Hello, my darlings. Hello, hello, hello. And I am so apologetic that I wasn't on the air last week and that, yeah, I was, unfortunately, I have to tell you, I was swamped. I was so tired, so exhausted. I was simply swamped. We picked up our new baby on Monday evening, and Monday was a public holiday here in Australia. And we picked up our new baby, which I'm going to show you our new baby maybe in a few minutes if she wakes up. I don't want to wake her up because while she's quiet, I want to leave her. But she's lying down here at my feet. My other little earth angel is over here in her bed watching her mummy. And well, actually, I think she's asleep. But anyway, last week it was it was impossible. It was just no sleep, no I felt like a zombie. Have any of you felt like that? Leave some comments. Tell me how you felt. Tell me if you've got a new, puppy or even a new baby. I know what it's like when you have babies in the house, new babies. Well, having a little baby puppy is like that. She's so tiny and she cried all the way home. And we won't go into it all, but yours truly was, pretty blown away and pretty messed up. So apologies. I really apologize for not doing the show last week. Having said that, though, darlings, I do hope that you miss me because I missed all of you. And if something like that happens or goes on, I actually, I don't know. I just feel really bad about it. So I felt really bad about not, being here for you. However, big shout out this week to Christy Cunningham, mwah, darlings, and Mandy, Jody, Jerry, to those of you who were on the webinar, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you've gotten your handouts and all the things that I promised I'd send you. I did ask Clara to send those, and I haven't actually followed up to see if she'd done it. So I'll assume that she has, but if she hasn't, please give me a shout out because I'll follow up on that for you and make sure that you get it. And Jody, that you get your video as well, darling. Okay, so it's really a gathering our breath at the moment. I feel that we're heading into a bit of a storm. I feel like a storm is coming. And I sort of do predict that for us. Well, not sort of. I'm trying to be nice and let it land better because you know me, I don't like to have doom and gloom. I like to be uplifting, but I also like to acknowledge, those things and those times where it may well be difficult for all of us. And I feel that there is a bit of a storm coming, and I'm going to, in a minute, I'm going to tune in to that. There's a big question being asked. I'm going to talk about the topic first, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and do some readings for 3 people that I have picked out. But I want to do a little bit of shameless self-promotion also. But while all this is very present and very pressing, I want to close my eyes and I want to think about being in the space with my people, because I feel there's a really big pressing question or a couple of questions that have been going on around yourselves. And I think, me too, I'm going to do the me too. because I think these questions have come up and are I think they've become really important to us. I think we're sitting going, well, I get all this, but what am I here for? So I can hear you asking the purpose. What am I here for? Do I have a purpose? And if I do, how do I make a difference? And some of you, or a lot of you, are feeling at the moment like you're treading water and you really, really, really wanting to make a difference. You're wanting to do things differently, and you're not quite sure how to, and you'd like to go off, doing other things. That sort of thing has been coming up in readings that I've been doing for people. Pardon me, so I know it exists. There's all this energy happening. Okay. So I'm just going to tune in for a minute into this because I want to answer this, I do feel a storm is coming. I'm asking them about this storm. And I think a couple of weeks ago when I did this, or when I tuned in, I saw all this, water and all this very, very stormy water. And it's like I've been looking out across, or I am looking out across in the distance, these rolling clouds, this darkness, this impending storm. And I can see many of us standing on the beach, and we're looking out across the water. We're looking at this storm coming in, and in our minds is, how big is this storm? Is it a big storm? Is it something that's going to look, rather fearsome and overwhelming, and it's going to, hit us all with this huge downpour? Or is it, a lot of, huff and puff in the heavens, and it's going to, pass over? But what they're telling me is it's not going to pass over. It is coming. It is coming. And it's coming in lots and lots of different ways. It's coming through technology. It's coming through it's coming through our economy, or our economies. It's coming through our political systems. It's like, I don't want to be doom and gloom, darlings, but it sounds like, or they're telling me, it's going to have several fronts. So it's not just looking out across. So the metaphor for this is we're all standing there looking out across the water at this impending storm, but it's not just this one front. Does that make sense to you? I hope it does. It's not just coming in singularly on one thing. It's coming in on a number of levels. Now, I don't want you to feel overwhelmed about that, because they're saying to me, don't feel overwhelmed about it, because as we always do, we tell you these things, but we give you the things that you can do. We give you the ways in which to deal with that for yourselves, to be able to diffuse that, so that what they're pointing out to me and I'm seeing and they're showing me is this wave of things like this. And rather than be up here and down here, up here, is that what you're telling me? Yes. Okay, up here, down here, up here, down here. Instead of being there, what they're saying to me is this becomes not out of the ordinary. It is the pattern of things. It is the pattern of life. It's the pattern of how we live. It's the pattern of the universe. It's the way in which things move. And there's no need for us to be up here and down here and up here and down here. That's what they're telling me. Learning some things, understanding how powerful you are, You won't be standing on the beach here looking out feeling disempowered. You'll feel empowered. And they're taking me back to something that was said earlier on in one of my videos about language, and that how important right now your language, not only to one another, but your language to yourself is of paramount importance. Okay. Because that's what's going to bring you through. And realizing that this is the pattern of the universe. It's not out of the ordinary, darlings. It's not something that's suddenly upon us. It's the pattern of the universe. It's always existed in one shape or form, and it's always happened throughout history. And our piece of history here is not any different, they're telling me. It's the way of it. It's the way of things. But they do want you to know that you're very, very equipped and you're very able to make better of it than what you're already doing. Okay. Let's oh, okay. I think the question of what we're here for, I don't think at the moment is being answered by anybody. But I think that within ourselves, we know that we are here for a purpose. We know that we've got, bigger and better things to do, better fish better fish to cook. And we've got, what do they call it? Better fish to fry. I think that we all have, we're all purposeful. We have purpose and meaning. And I think that the way in which we know that, the way in which we understand that is with our language and by our thinking. Our thinking, they're reminding me, our thinking creates our world. And the world that we're living in right now is being created by our thinking. Ooh. Can we make a difference? Can we change our thinking? Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. Let me just explain. I want to give you a little bit of, a bit of practical. I want to give you some practical, because I have a situation going on around me that hasn't been very pleasant. That's worried me, and it's been pressing. And I got myself into it with language and reiterating it all to, different people, whoever was willing to listen. Isn't that what we do? And I'm not free of that, by the way. I can get caught up in that, even if I don't get caught up in it for too long. But I found myself yabba, 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 yabba about this particular situation and how I felt and what it meant, and why I felt the way that I do, and etc., 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 etc. And I was driving myself nuts. Okay, I was driving myself silly, and creating an enormous amount of stress. And so I said to myself, our words are powerful. I said to myself, Wallis, if this isn't to send you round the twist and nutty, love, how can you change your thinking, and what can you do about this? What, how can you perceive it differently, and how do you change your focus? So I did a couple of things, right? I got myself a book, and in the book, I wrote down all the things I would look forward to in this particular situation that's been boiling and brewing and driven me nuts. I pulled out of that what I would be doing, what I would be doing. How did I feel about that? What did that look like? In this particular instance, I was able to get into my creativity. I was able to think about what I would be doing with, and in this particular instance, it was space, what I'd be doing with that particular space, how it would look, what were the practical steps I could take towards it, what sort of things would take my mind off, I guess, all the other nonsense that I was getting into. So I started to write and create like a journal. I created, and I started to look up things and get pictures, and I started to put it into a different verbal sense. I started to create with it, and I created some visuals to go with that. So visually, I was giving it to myself. I was giving it to myself from a, from a hearing sensory perception. And I noticed around me that things started to change. Things were starting to feel different. It wasn't all at once. It didn't happen instantly, but it did happen fairly quickly once I got myself organized and I put myself in a better position with it. And every time I feel myself falling back on that, I remind myself and I get my book out or my journal and I write a few more things, even if I do a repeat. It doesn't matter. If it has me feeling better, if it has me more empowered, if it has me thinking more positively and not verbalizing to whoever would be willing to listen, all the nonsense over and over and over and over. So it was a broken bloody record. I was changing that. The other thing that helped, I'm telling you this because I want to help you, because I know a lot of you are going through similar things at the moment. I can feel it. And they're telling me, absolutely you are. And even if you're not, telling you, even if you're not owning up or saying, oh, yeah, hands up, that's me. And please put some comments. I don't mind your comments and I love them and I love to hear from you. So please give me some comments if this resonates with you. And I'm getting all hot. It definitely is absolutely happening. Oh, whew, yes, I get this way when they're around. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm warm, 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 warm. Um, oh God, darlings. Um, I'm feeling all your energies like it's all coming to me at once, darlings. And whew, I get a bit emotional when all this happens. Because I'm feeling all your energies and I'm feeling your frustrations and I'm feeling your not just frustration, but I'm feeling poor hot ass. I'm feeling that you are a bit disappointed. You're going, well, you know what I thought I would have had this all sorted out by now for myself. But I can tell you that this exercise that I'm telling you, I've been doing for myself and it's helped me no end. The other thing that I've been doing is I was getting into looking at certain things and pardon me, I knew when I was doing it, they weren't very empowering. And so I stopped doing that and I got into looking at more things that were of more interest to me and way, way more empowering. And this is all this energy coming, this energy that's happening. Oh, wow. Okay. And I hope that makes sense to you. I really wanted to channel that to you, but I want you, your language is going to be incredibly important to you, and the things that you say to yourself, and this whole, perhaps even setting up a journal for yourself is going to be something that I'm suggesting that you do, because it's going to help you through this storm that's coming on several fronts, and it'll be bloody trying in some respects, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be this. It can be just a recognition that that is life, that's what goes on, and you're prepared for it. And how do you prepare for it? You look to what it is you want your life to look like, and you look to the future of how you want it to all be and flow and take place for yourself, and you focus on that. That's what they're telling me. Look to how you want your life to be, how you want it to turn out. What sort of things do you want to be doing with it? How do you want to live it? And they're telling me, please focus on that, because that's going to help you through this up and down that's happening and coming and taking place as we speak. Expect the unexpected. I've been saying it for weeks. Self-talk is profound importance. So please, darlings, please take care of that, will you, for yourself. Now, I'm going to do, before I do this reading for my lovely 3 people that I've picked out today, I'm going to be shuffling the cards, but I'm going to do a bit of shameless self-promotion. If you haven't already subscribed, click on the link below and subscribe to the channel, because it does help. It really does help. And it doesn't cost you anything. So please subscribe. Please make comments. I want you to make comments, because I love reading your comments. I love hearing what you say. I love all that. I just love, love, love it. And I'm just putting it together at the moment, but I'm going to have a psychic, Wallis's psychic gathering. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it yet. It'll sound something like that, but it's going to be an open sort of forum. I'm going to have the sort of the doors open, so to speak, for about 3 hours, maybe even a little bit more, we'll see. And you'll be able to just register for it. It's going to cost you for it, probably the same as I charged recently, probably $47 or something like that, to be part of it. And we're going to have do a guided meditation. Somebody had asked me recently, forget your name, but you'd asked me about a guided meditation on angel connections, and we're going to be doing that. And I'm going to be doing some readings for everybody that pops in and out. So when you pop in and out, I'm going to do a reading for you as well. How long will the reading be? Well, it depends on how many of you will be on. If there's a lot of people, I'll extend the time out and have more time on air. But we'll see. I haven't totally put it all together yet, but make some comments if that's of interest to you. I think it'll be a goodie. We'll have lots of fun, and but more importantly, there'll be some new content in there for us, and there'll be, some readings, bit of self promotion on that one, and a new website on the way, a new website that's coming, which will be a little bit different than the one we've got, but similar. Okay, readings. Julia Weiss. Julia. I'm not sure where you are, darling. Perhaps if you answer this or see this or hear this, there's a card that jumped out at me for you. Woohoo! Okay. Okay, I'm going to put that out there, Julia, for you. And that's the first card I'm actually going to read for you, darling, because it's important. And there's probably a few of you in the same boat at the moment. Let's get this out. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, big time seeking. You are seeking, Julia Weiss. You're definitely seeking. And for you, this is a very I'm reading the energies of the cards and the energies of what's being said here. You're definitely a seeker. You're wanting answers. So some of that I said today about, what are we here for? Do I have a purpose? All that sort of thing that's going on at the moment for you. You're definitely on a sacred journey, and that's an introspective inner thing. That's not an out there searching the world, going to sacred sites or exploring, monasteries or whatever else that might be externally on a sacred journey. This is an inner sacred journey, it's telling me. So it's about the inner worlds. It's all about that. And you're feeling like, if you could just get a little bit of a handle on this and get a bit of a run on it, so to speak, they're my words, is that you sort of feel like you could really make something of it. Does that make sense? Sometimes things come out and I go, what's all that? But I just give you what comes, darling. And so let me just have another little look here. I'm just going to I just want to have a look at something else. Okay, yep, definitely. There's definitely this seeking, big time questioning, big time sacred journey of yourself that's taking place, and it's an inner thing. It's about exploring and wanting to wanting to understand more about your inner world, this discovery of self. You're wanting to know more about that. And but having said that, there's a little bit of a struggle going on, isn't there, Julia, around believing. The card that dropped out first, Julia, was this one that came out, was the wounded self. There's an uncertainty. You're not sure, love, are you? You're not sure about all this. You love it. You want to be there. You want to be involved. You want to be in it. You want to explore. You want to go down this track, but you're a bit skeptical. There's this part of you. There's this wounded self part of you. There's this part of you that's uncertain. You want to be certain, but you're not totally certain. What would I say to you, Julia, at this time? I'm going to say this, and I want it to come across in a very, very positive way. If for the most part, in all of what I've said in this package, if for the most part you feel engaged and you want to keep going, keep going. Keep exploring, keep learning, keep doing, keep listening, keep seeking and searching for the answers that you have, for the answers to the questions that you have. Keep going. If it doesn't feel right at this point of time, back off and have a rest. Give it a miss for the moment, and just I don't know, go and play golf or kick a football, or I don't, you know what I'm saying here, darling, don't you? Go and do something else. Go sailing, go kayaking, or scuba diving. I don't know. Go and do something else. Take yourself out of it and give yourself a rest. Whichever one of those resonates with you is the right one. Blessings on this journey of yours. Blessings. Now, Kylie Bennett is the next person I'm going to do a reading for. So, Kylie, darling. Okay. I'm going to do a reading for you, Kylie. I don't know where you are, Kylie, so perhaps you could tell me where you are, darling. Okay. Another person on a sacred journey. Okay. You are as well on a sacred journey, but your journey a little bit different than Julia's. Your journey, I saw you standing. I don't know where you were standing, but you were, but there was water. There was water, a pond, a lake. I saw you standing, looking out at, looking out. You were looking out. The sacred journey of yours is an external thing. It's different than Julia's. What I'm getting is it's external, and it's all about it's all you're seeking and wanting you have this relationship with your soul, and you're asking questions around your soul. This is a soul's journey, Kylie. This is your soul's journey. I don't know whether you're planning to go somewhere. Maybe you don't currently live, but I saw you standing looking out at water, and it wasn't a beach, wasn't sea. It was a smaller body of water, a lake, big lake, pond. I'm seeing a lake, houses around this lake, mountains around it. Are you planning to go somewhere where it's a big lake? I don't know whether you've ever been there, but to me, it reminds me of Lake Geneva in Switzerland. That's what I'm looking at, a place like that, where there's this big body of water and spotted sort of houses and things around it. But I'm smelling, what am I getting? Whew, cold. I'm smelling, really, really crisp, fresh air. Does any of that make sense? Oh, I don't know. Sometimes I wonder myself. Okay, this journey is about you unfolding and about, this emerging self. So this is all about your soul's journey and this emerging self. If that makes sense, Kylie, I do hope it makes sense, darling. I say all these things and then I think, what are you on about, Wallis? And I don't know. I have no idea what I'm on about. It just all drops and there it is, and I just say it. But this is about the emerging self, and you're feeling drawn to this place that you want to go to. It's crisp. I'm getting this beautiful, like as if I'm standing, breathing in fresh mountain air, not tainted by anything, just beautiful fresh air. I can feel it. I can feel it up my nostrils. I can feel I can feel the coolness on my face. Oh, it's a bit shivery. I can feel it. Are you looking to go to a place like that? This is your emerging spirit. If you're thinking about it, darling, and it's something that you want to do, go do it. Okay, go do it. I don't know how long. I don't even know what time I started today, darlings. I have no idea. But I'm going to do one more reading, and it's for Gigi. So, Gigi, if you're there, I think the Gigi came after. I'm not sure now, but I think it came after something about. Are you involved in travel or you are? I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. Gigi, that's what I got. So if you can relate, if that's you, then this one's for you, darling. And how are you all? I want you to tell me how you all are. Make some comments this week. Give lots of comments, please. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It'd be lovely to have more of you subscribe. Okay, Gigi, darling. I'm going to do it this way this time. My hands are shaking. What's going on there? Okay. Yeah, okay. All right. Wow. Okay. Now, 3 cards came out for you, darling. The intuitive card, vibration, energy. I could feel that. I had the shakes. I was like this when I was doing it. And archetypes. And I think I had one other occasion when I did a reading for someone to suggest to them they might like to go and have a little look at their archetypes. Either have somebody read their archetypes for them or do an archetypal reading for them, or just simply read up about archetypes. But there's something going on around archetypes and your archetype, Gigi. I want you to take a look at that. I have no idea what it is, your archetype, but I want you to go and take a look at that. You'll have a number of them, but you'll have a hierarchy of them, and there'll be an archetype. There'll be something that's okay. I don't know. I'm going to take a shot at this, and I'm going to say that this archetype of yours is leading. I'm seeing you. I'm seeing you. I'm seeing you calling. I'm seeing you. A bit like the Pied Piper. I'm seeing you calling people, like they're coming to you. You're calling them, and you're taking them. You're taking them on a journey. You're taking them on a journey to develop their intuitive selves. So this is about you doing something. So it's like you're calling these people. They're coming along with you, and you're taking them on a journey of self-discovery. Okay? And your energies, don't worry about it. Your energies will bring them. Your energy will bring them along. Your story, that's interesting. It didn't come out. Let's have a look. Okay, there's a bit of fear going on around it. Okay, here we go. This one's just come out. Okay, so what I'm getting is storytelling. So the journey you're taking people on is storytelling, and it wouldn't surprise me that one of your main archetypes, your leading archetype, is storyteller. But you're taking them on this journey of storytelling, this journey of self-discovery, this journey of finding themselves and tapping into their intuitive. Does that make sense? Hope that makes sense to you. Didn't mean, I'm not saying it didn't make any sense to me, but it just comes. So I only give you what comes, darling. Oops, there you go. What's this one? Okay, and there's a wisdom in all of this. You yourself are seeking wisdom, and part of that wisdom seeking and all of that for you will be in the unfolding of the storytelling. I'm going to go with the storyteller. It'll be interesting to see what comes. My blessings to the three of you and to everyone else and to all of you. And my baby is here, and I did promise, come on, Bobbykins, come on, Bobbykins. Bobbykins, I call her, but her name's not Bobbykins. Her name is Maisie. Here's our little keep us up at night, crying, keeping us awake for the first little while last week. But she settled in, and I hate to tell you, she's sleeping on the bed, and I'm not worried about her falling off because she won't. She tucks up and she tucks in after she's had her play of an evening. When she first goes to bed, she has a play. It's I call it the witching hour. She goes absolutely nutso, and crazy as it's a crazy dame, and aren't you a crazy bird? And and then she settles and she sleeps for the night. And she's a good little girl, but she's feisty. She knows what she wants, and she tells the other one exactly what she wants and what she wants to do. And the other one's been taking her bone, and she hasn't been happy about it at all, and she's willing to even have a scrap over it. So I've got to watch the pair of them. There you are. That's my story for the week. And I'll see you next week on Wednesdays with Wallis. Mwah. I love you all. And leave comments. Let me know how you are. And I'll see you next week. Bye for now.